Actually really excited. I'm excited about all our guests, but especially about Sneha. So first of all, congratulations from all of us. I can safely say that we're super proud of Laughter Ladies and how wonderful that it's the official Oscar entry
Thank you.
from India, and we have high hopes. But I think I have to say that quality won, and the reason we won is that laughter has been appreciated and copious appreciation for the film, for the way the female characters have been written in it. And anyone who watches the film absolutely loves it, and there is great identification. So, Sneha, thank you so much for joining us. And we're so happy that you made time for us at a time that is such a shining moment for you. I want to let everyone know that Sneha actually has no formal education in screenwriting, because I hear this a lot from people that how do we start? I mean, nobody's turning around and saying that please don't go and do courses and educate yourself. That is not what it is. But Sneha actually doesn't have any formal education. She's an MBA graduate. She started acting in theatre, Gujarati theatre, and she was very prolific on stage till she got married, had a baby,
Sounds
and
so bad
decided
till she got married.
had a baby, and then also came to the realization that doing 30 shows a month is not going to be possible. And just to keep herself creatively, sort of alive, she started to write little kind of like plays and
Please.
for theatre. And also looking at, because it was Gujarati theatre, she thought that, her contribution would be to kind of bring about little kind of defiances that she felt she wanted to mold narratives into. That is the place where director Siddharth Malhotra, who's directed Maharaj, that is the first film that actually Sneha worked on. It's on Netflix, and he spotted her, and he was Maharaj is a intrinsically Gujarati story because it is about a Gujarati man, and he immediately got in touch with Sneha and said that why don't you write this for me, because the nuances of it, you would probably be able to write it like nobody else would. And that is where the journey began. Sneha, when you started to write, I'm diving in so that I keep this short and then open the house out for questions from you. When you started writing, what was that like? Like you were acting, right? And then you said, okay, fine, I need to now pivot and I need to kind of figure out how to stay connected to my passion. What were those first few months like?
Scary to say the least. The thing is that it wasn't only about starting to write, it was also about trying to shuffle between three mediums, television, stage, and films. Three completely different mediums. The grammar of these mediums is very different. And stage is all about saying it aloud because there's very little at your disposal, be it the props, be it the set, the locations. So everything needs to be spelled out for the person sitting in the last row. Television is about constantly hammering the same things again and again because the housewife who's cooking in the kitchen also needs to just hear ke acha wo fir se ho gaya kya, हाँ वो फिर से हो गया क्या. So it's like spoon feeding information, uh, and absolute economy of words and expression is what films are all about. So trying to juggle between the three was extremely difficult. Staring at a blank page is the most horrifying thing that writers face, and I continue to face that every time there's a new project. Well done.
We have a blank page staring right back.
And the moment you are offered a project and you take it up and you sit down and start assimilating your thoughts in that direction, पहला thought वही होता है that why the hell did I sign up for this? When somebody else could have written it, I could have just gone to the theater and criticized it and walked out. um, the writer has a lot of holistic responsibility of the project in their hands. They are responsible for how the characters will be, what the narrative will be, how you want to flesh out the entire script, the story. Of course, colors are constantly added in once every department moves in. But writer is definitely the first person who sees the film on paper, and you better watch a good film when you're writing one, because then everybody can turn it up a notch higher.
So when you actually began and you said that okay, fine, I need to put pen to paper, that is actually the biggest struggle because a lot of people want to write and a lot of people are really bright. So there are two things that happen. One is that everybody feels that they can write, and that can be true. But the other thing is that writing is actually a job of extreme rigor, and it's a very lonely process because you're sitting and you're writing and nothing is going to make it easy for you. You'll have to put pen to paper. When you decided to write, even before you were juggling mediums, you just said, okay, let me write because I cannot go and give the kind of time commitment that acting does. Walk us through how it all began when you started to put pen to paper.
First and foremost, my experience as an actor helped me a lot, because when you've done almost, I've clocked almost 2200 shows on Gujarati stage. So when you have those kind of hours that you've spent on stage interacting with a live audience, you kind of intrinsically know what is working. You have a sense of measure about how long a soliloquy should be. Where is a point where the tears will be jerked out of the eyes? Where is a point where the timing is just right and you'll get the laughs and the joke doesn't need to be extended? So that kind of experience really helped. Stage was something I was very passionate about. I had been on stage for a very long time, so writing stage came to me very easily. Writing television was very difficult. I still write two daily soaps, Bagle Ki Duniya and Pushpa Impossible on Sony, and I clock almost 48 episodes a month. And I write every single episode of the serials that I'm writing. So I think it's the man hours that have really helped. बहुत अच्छा रियाज हो जाता है. The plots come to you quickly, the words come to you quickly. When you've written so much, films में the writing becomes more effective, it becomes more economical. You've also seen some of your writing translate on the screen in television, on stage. You've seen the reactions that you've got. Becomes easier for you to put that experience on the film medium. Having said that, it always helps to have a great director on board, because they are the ones who are actually going to craft the film that you've written. So most of the times, if they do a little bit of hand holding for you, becomes easy, because then they'll chalk out the scene that मैं ये scene ऐसे देख रहा हूँ, becomes easier for you. खामा खा की गलियों में फिर आप नहीं घुसते हो. It becomes a little more focused. But seeing a lot of stuff, even the bad stuff, is good. The first and foremost thing I would say is that just start writing, because having the gumption to take that first step is extremely difficult. Write a bad scene, because at least you'll be able to edit that, at least you'll be able to improve on that. I read somewhere, and it's kind of stayed with me, that first or the second draft that you write of a film, of an episode, of a play, is like collecting a lot of sand in the box out of which you can build castles later. And it's really stayed with me, because the first draft almost every time is so bad. It's really so bad. मतलब आपको ऐसा लगेगा कि इतना गंदा मैंने कैसे लिख लिया, मतलब कमाल ही कर दिया, इतना गंदा होता है पहला ड्राफ्ट. Nothing kind of makes sense, and the characters are not consistent, and the story is like jerky. But once you have that, the huge mental block of having a start, a middle, and the end is gone. You also know the bad things that you've done to the draft, and you know where you want to improve. So, working on the second and the third draft of the film is what I absolutely enjoy. Because that's exactly where you start bettering your craft, where you start decorating the stuff, where you start aligning the entire thing a lot more holistically. So get that first draft out of your system, however bad it is. Kisi ko mat padao, but to just have those 75, 80, 90 pages in your hand uh, can be extremely motivating, very encouraging, that at least you got it out of your system and now you can better it.
Tell me something. I'm going to go on the practical side of this because, of course, you're a woman. And the reason you stopped acting was because you couldn't give it that much time. Now, as women, I know how distracted we are because there's too many things. There is that baby kya banana hai, which never leaves you for the rest of your life. No matter how many bhaiyas are around, you'll be asked that question. Maybe Zoom calls that you're doing, but somebody will come and disturb you because your Zoom calls are maybe not as important, and nobody really taking out time to write peacefully, where there are no knocks on the door and you're not distracted. How did you cull out that time and how much were you writing in those first few months of starting to write?
Who even told you that I have peaceful
I don't think
sessions
so,
to
but
write?
I'm asking.
No. I think those are luxuries, honestly. Of course, my son is now 14, so the writer is 14 years old now, because I actually started writing when he was born. But there's never been a quiet day. Yes, there are days when you're writing or crafting a particular scene that you feel very strongly about. You feel that you're onto something. और मुझे please एक मिनट जरा पहले अभी ये I think I have something fantastic and let me finish it. So those are the times when you really need to shut yourselves out. Go to the library or just go to a cafe and scribble it out if you don't get the time, but don't let that moment pass. Some of the best work that you will do will happen almost instinctively. uh, Planning से नहीं होता है वो. Don't wait for the holidays to begin. Don't wait for the house to be empty. Don't wait for the house to be quiet. It doesn't really happen. There's so many times you feel that रात को 12 बजे के बाद लिखूंगी तो एटलीस्ट तब तो कोई डिस्टर्ब नहीं करेगा, और तब इतनी नींद आती है कि आप नहीं लिख पाते हो. So these are excuses. They'll just keep extending your momentum indefinitely. Uh, Train your mind to think despite the noise. Create that silence zone in your mind. Those are the best ways to do it.
Now the thing is, you were working on Maharaj, when you got Maharaj, you started working on it, but when you were asked to write a screenplay, by then you already started writing, and then Siddharth came to you and said that why don't you write the screenplay? What was your reaction to that?
I was very scared when he offered dialogues only. It was right up my alley because I was a Gujarati and Maharaj was a film that was set in the Gujarati community of Mumbai. But I was extremely resistant to the fact because I had done only television and theatre. And I felt that I do not know the craft, I have not learnt the art. तो गलत हो जाएगा तो बहुत बड़े पब्लिक लेवल पे I'll end up making a fool of myself. So that was one of the greatest fears that I had. So initially what I told him was that you give me 3 or 4 chunky meaty scenes, let me write them for you, however good or bad they may be, and feel absolutely free to sack me if you don't like it. I don't even mind doing a free rough draft of the entire thing. I don't want credit for it. I don't want money for it. But at least I come to know how screenwriting is done. And later on, if you feel कि मेरा draft बुरा है और आप और किसी को लेकर आते हो, at least I'll have an effective comparative study that this is what I had done and this is what some brilliant writer came and did to the stuff that. So those are the ways that one, you assure them of the sincerity that you're willing to work, you're willing to put in the hours. There's not much that you expect in return. But at the same time, if it's giving you a chance to be a fly on the wall in important production rooms, in rooms where important discussions are happening, where creative calls are being taken, spend every minute that you can in those rooms, because no amount of screenwriting workshops, no amount of schools will teach you what these discussions teach you. Why casting happens in a certain way, why certain people are taken for the role, even if they don't seem so apt for the part. There are some business calls, there are some which are creative calls, there are some distribution calls also. So these are things that we don't know, and they can be learned only and only when you're on the job. So असिस्टेंट के तौर पे अगर आप रह सको, स्क्रिप्ट सुपरवाइजर के तौर पे अगर आप रह सको, इफ यू कैन बी अ रनर बॉय इन वन ऑफ द क्रिएटिव रूम्स, even discussions that just keep falling on your ears will be a great learning curve.
I completely agree. The practical knowledge that you will get in a day of being in a writing room or even around in the vicinity where calls are being taken, like no workshop can teach you that, because that's practical knowledge that's worth its weight in gold.
Totally.
You know, you did attempt a screenplay or just a few scenes that he gave you and you kind of started working on it. Is there anything that you did, not only in terms of process, but were there people that you spoke to? Did you go to anything to kind of figure out how should I do it? What should be my approach?
Not really. Luckily, in case of Maharaj, it is an adaptation of a novel of the same name. So the first and foremost thing that I did was first read the entire novel. It's in Gujarati, as an absolute layman, just to see what parts entertain me, what parts bore me, what parts seem too tedious, what parts hook me to the further story. So those are the most instinctive, organic hooks that you get, and you should try and remember those things. Try and remember things that make you laugh. Try and remember things that make you empathetic, and try and see if you can apply them to the projects that you're working on, because those moments really work. I've done a lot of that in Lapata. We'll come to that. So yes, reading the core source material was first and foremost. The second time that I read the novel, I sat with a pen and paper. I marked things, things that caught my attention, things that needed to be brought out to the viewers' notice. कुछ aha moments होते कि oh shit ऐसा भी होता है क्या? तो वो बैंग होता है, वो प्रोटेक्टिंग द बैंग जिसको बोलते हैं, कि कुछ भी करके वो आप अपने स्क्रीन प्ले में लाने की कोशिश करो, भले वो सीन नहीं है तो कैसे वो ला सकते हैं स्टोरी को, कैसे मूव करे कि वो बैंग हम लेकर आए कि ज़्यादातर लोगों को भी वो आ मोमेंट फील हो सके. So those are the things. Then of course running it by Siddharth Malhotra sir, running it by Aditya Chopra sir, because they have such a lot of experience, and they're the ones who, when they hear the script, can see the film on screen. They edit it out even while they're hearing it for the first time. So what is getting cut in the scene that you've written is extremely important, because that is the noise which needs to be eliminated. Or try and have somebody who's good enough and who's natural when they're hearing your stories, and when you edit on paper के ये 4 लाइन निकाल देते हैं या एक पैराग्राफ निकाल देते हैं, ये सीन यहाँ पर खत्म कर देते हैं, तो जब आपको कोई सजेशन देता है कि ये लाइन काट दो और वो आप काटने की फिर आप दूसरी बार जब उसको देखोगे तो आपको रियलाइज होगा कि ये लाइन की एक्चुअली जरूरत ही नहीं थी. So then why was I putting it there? So every time you edit, one of the finest script editors is Amir Khan sir. That man is so good with editing. He self-professed lover है वो editing के, मतलब if not an actor, I think he would be a fantastic editor. He still edits all his films. पर वो जब फिल्म पे बैठते हैं और जब वो नरेशन आपका सुनते हैं तो यू कैन लिटरली सी ऐसे 6 कान निकलते हैं उनके बाहर, एंड ही लाइक ही इज just like listening, and you can make out that he is also trying to work out what background music will come over here. He is also trying to work out कि यहाँ पर मैं क्या डालूंगा, अगर ये सीन करना है तो इसमें VFX लगेगा कि या CG करेंगे हम लोग. So there are so many things that go into a scene. वो सेकेंड या थर्ड आपके रीडिंग में इनकॉर्पोरेट करना आपको शुरू करना पड़ेगा. मैं राइटर हूँ, मुझे मन किया, मैंने ऐसा लिखा, अब आप देख लो उसको कैसे करना है, इज नॉट समथिंग दैट्स गोइंग टू वर्क इन लॉन्गर रन ऑफ थिंग्स. सो या
Sneha, I'm going to take a break. Who's coughing? There is a poor person who's really coughing away to the audience. Please take some water. Can I just send him water to the people? But if you're letting that person like this, please keep walking whoever. Thank you so much. No, that's so interesting. Sneha, tell me something. You did start. I know Maharaj was a journey, but Maharaj also kind of led to Lavta, and that just upped the stakes, right? Because I remember, like parallelly at that point of time, Kiran was working at Mami as well, and she was threatening to quit every year because she wanted to go and make a film, and we would be like, एक साल और रुक जाओ, एक साल. Even Kalpana's here, who Kalpana and I worked at Mami. So I remember that she would consistently tell us that, listen, I have to make my film, I have to make my film. And then she was like, she left and then she started to work on the screenplay. And then when you came into her life, she and I met and she was ecstatic because I think the drafts were getting churned out and deadlines were being met. I hadn't met you at that point of time, but she was very happy. Sid was very happy. When that opportunity came your way, now this was an opportunity that completely was a different kind of opportunity, not related to any kind of like language, region, this, that, and the other. It was an opportunity that said, hey, your work seems to be good. Why don't we get you to write this? Now the stakes have just been up. What was that like?
We had just finished narrating Maharaj to the stars, and Adi sir was of the opinion that he had given us 5 names of the current reigning stars. के A, B, C, D, E इनको सुनाएंगे, और if they do not agree to be a part of Maharaj, then we'll go for an absolute rank newcomer. As luck would have it, none of the 5 said yes to the film. And Junaid was the first person that we chose, rather Adi sir chose that we narrate the film to. So we went and narrated the film to Junaid Khan. And because if he said yes to it, then it would be his debut film. Amir sir and Kiran ma'am sat for the narration of Maharaj. That was the first time that I met them. And they loved the film, and of course Junaid said yes to it. And immediately the lockdown happened, COVID struck, and the film was in limbo for the longest time. It was after a month that I got a call from Amir Khan Productions, and they said that Amir sir would like to talk to you. I was like, yeah, right. And they were like, no, he's on the line. So I was like, yeah, sure. So then he came on the call and I was like, हाँ स्नेहा क्या कर रही हो? So ऐसा लगता है कि आप मुझे जानते हैं, मतलब मैं तो जानती हूँ आपको, आप मुझे जानते हैं. So he's like really candid that way, and he's like, we've been toying with this story for the longest time, and it's been with us for a couple of years, and now that the lockdown has happened and nobody's really working on anything, and I'm sure you have a lot of time to spare, so would you like to take a shot at it? So I was like, sure, sir, let me know what it is. And just imagine the immaculate clarity that that man has. He told me that आपकी जो भी फीस हैं, अब मेरी तो क्या फीस है वो मुझे भी नहीं पता थी उस टाइम पे. So it's like कि आपकी जो भी फीस है, पेन मनी जो होता है स्क्रिप्ट राइटिंग में is generally 10%. The moment you signed a contract to write a film, आपको 10% तक पैसे देते हैं. फिर आगे आप जैसे जैसे ड्राफ्ट्स डिलीवर करते हो, आपको दूसरे इंस्टॉलमेंट्स मिलते जाते हैं.
अच्छे प्रोड्यूसर.
अच्छे प्रोड्यूसर. सो इज लाइक आप डिसाइड कर लो आपका जो भी अमाउंट है उसका 10% हम आपको जस्ट टू अटेम्प्ट दे देंगे. ना भी अच्छी लगी तो वी विल शेक हैंड्स एंड पार्ट वेज. So you keep that amount for the effort that you put behind our story. And if you like what you've done, then you go on to the next installment and we'll get into the legalities in contracts. See what happens is that he didn't need to do that. मैंने फ्री में लिख दी होती लापता लेडीज जैसी फिल्म, तो मतलब मैंने पैसे दिए होते शायद उनको कि लिखवा लो मेरे पास. पर जब कोई इतने अच्छे इंटेंट के साथ, इतने प्रोफेशनल एटीट्यूड के साथ, when I told him, sir, I don't even know what the market rate is, he was like, अच्छा ठीक है, मुझे जरा चेक बैक करने दो and my office will get in touch with you. तो आमिर खान प्रोडक्शंस के साथ मेरा का क्या कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होना चाहिए वो भी उन्होंने तय किया. And you know, nobody should get a raw deal out of it. So there are people, even Adi sir, they are so clear about how things should be. And get all those clauses, contracts, monies, transactions, tranches into place so that a writer doesn't have to worry about where the next meal is coming from, where the next installment is coming from. और अब आप लिखो तो आपको पता है कि बुरा भी लिखा तो इतने पैसे मिलने वाले हैं आपको, तो बुरा लिखने का मतलब आपके पास कोई एक्सक्यूज नहीं रहता है कि पैसा भी नहीं मिल रहा है मैं क्यों लिखूं यार, छोड़ो यार, नहीं करना मैंने. You know, there's simply no excuse. And the story that he sent, Biplab Goswami had written such a delicious story, और उसका hook line इतना कमाल का है लापता ladies का, of two women getting married and just getting swapped because of their ghungats, that it was like the world was offered to me on a platter. So it called out so well. लापता का पहला ड्राफ्ट मैंने 20 दिन में लिखा था. Just 20 days it took me to write the entire draft of लापता. और मेरे एक फ्रेंड ने मुझे कहा था कि इतना जल्दी दे मत देना वरना उनको लगेगा तुझे कुछ आता नहीं है. तो आई रिमेम्बर कि मैं एक हफ्ते तक रुकी रही कि फिल्म मतलब रेडी है मेरी, मुझे बताना है कि मैंने लिख लिया है.
It's like the computer technician
हाँ.
who never gets you the laptop back.
So I'm like you know, अब बोल दूं. And there's this hilarious anecdote. I will take time to tell this.
Please tell.
कि फाइनली डिसाइड किया कि अब आज आमिर सर को बोलेंगे कि फिल्म लिख ली. तो मैंने ऑफकोर्स उनको तो मैं डायरेक्टली नहीं कॉल करती, उनके मैनेजर को बताया कि मेरी फिल्म रेडी है. मतलब they were also in disbelief कि कोई राइटर इतना जल्दी लिखता भी है, because you know most of the people just keep staring at pages for a month I think. तो वो टेलीविजन का डिसिप्लिन बहुत काम आया, क्योंकि टेलीविजन में क्या होता है कि आप स्क्रीन प्ले आया कि लिखने ही लगो, फिर पढ़ना, पहले लिखो. तो इतना जल्दी लिख लिया था. तो अगेन एज आई सेड कि मैंने तो हफ्ते भर बाद फ़ोन किया कि सर लिख के रेडी है. तो ही वाज लाइक हाँ तो चलो कल सुनते हैं. सो आई वाज लाइक ओके. तो लापता लेडीज़ आपने देखी होगी. सो उसमें जो खोइचा बांधती है लड़की, जो रेलवे स्टेशंस हैं, जो जनरल कंपार्टमेंट की हालत होती है, सो आई काइंड ऑफ अज्यूम्ड कि ये वर्ल्ड ज़्यादातर उनको नहीं पता होगा कि मैंने कैसा रेलवे स्टेशन इमेजिन किया है, या जनरल कंपार्टमेंट इमेजिन किया है, या मंजूमाई का मैंने कैसे रूम एक्सपेक्ट किया है. तो मैंने बहुत सारे रेफरेंसेस, पिक्चर्स, इमेजेस गूगल पर से निकाली थी और उनके प्रिंट्स करवाए थे. और क्योंकि ये रेलवे स्टेशन सारे के सारे फिक्टिशियस है, तो मैंने एक रेलवे मैप जैसा भी बनाया था कि लोग यहाँ से चढ़े हैं, ये वाली लड़की यहाँ उतर गई है, उसको जाना यहाँ है, तो ये लोग अभी ज्योग्राफिकली इतने दूर है तो कैसे घूमेंगे एंड थिंग्स लाइक. सो यू नो पिक्टोरली इट बिकम्स अ लिटिल इजियर फॉर देम टू, बेसिकली आई डिड नॉट वांट टू लीव एनी स्टोन अनटर्न्ड, कि भाई उनको समझ में आनी चाहिए और दिखना चाहिए कि लड़की पूरी तैयारी करके. तो वो सब प्रिंट आउट निकाले ग्लॉसी पेपर पे, फुल खर्चा वर्चा किया. मैंने पार्लर में जाके ब्लो ड्राई करवाए बाल. तो पूरी तरह से मैं तैयार थी. तो सुबह उनके मैनेजर का फ़ोन आया कि 10 बजे आप आ रहे हो ना. सो आई वाज लाइक हाँ बिल्कुल एब्सोल्युटली रेडी. फिर 9:30 बजे फ़ोन आया. तो वो लोग जनरली यू नो बिकॉज देयर टाइम इज़ वे मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट, दे लाइक कॉल यू कि आ रहे हो ना टाइम्स. तो 9:30 बजे फ़ोन आया शमत का एंड ही इज़ लाइक के कोविड टेस्ट किया है ना. तो मैंने बोला नहीं. तो मतलब कोविड नेगेटिव तुम्हारे पास रिपोर्ट नहीं है. मैंने बोला नहीं है. बोले अपना लाल सिंह चड्ढा का शूटिंग चल रहा है तो सर तो बायो बबल में है, तो इफ़ यू डोंट हैव अ कोविड नेगेटिव सर्टिफिकेट यू कैन नॉट मीट हिम. और उस टाइम पे तो टेस्ट भी 2-2 3-3 दिन पर होती थी, यू नो इजीली रैंडम टेस्टिंग नहीं होता था. सो लाइक मुझे किसी ने बताया नहीं कि मुझे ऐसे टेस्ट करवाना, क्योंकि ओ शिट मेरे दिमाग में से रह गया होगा, सॉरी तो अपन जूम पर कर लेते नरेशन. आई वाज सो हार्ट ब्रोकन. आई वाज लाइक नहीं ये फिल्म का नरेशन मुझे जूम पर नहीं करना. तो जूम पर ऐसे पिक्चर्स दिखाऊंगी तो कैसे दिखूंगी यार मैं. तो ही वाज लाइक हाँ पर अभी, या फिर 2-2.5 महीने बाद, क्योंकि सर वो जो लाल सिंह चड्ढा में वो रनिंग वाला पूरा सीक्वेंस है उसके शूटिंग के लिए यू नो ऑल ओवर इंडिया ही वाज गोइंग टू गो. इट्स लाइक 2-2.5 महीने बाद होगा. तो इफ़ यू वांट टू नरेट इन फ्लैश एंड ब्लड तो 2.5 महीने रुक जाओ. तो मैं तो एक हफ्ते भी नहीं रुक पाई थी, तो 2.5 महीने तो मैं कैसे रुकूँ. सर लाइक नहीं चलो ठीक है कर लेते. तो देन सर केम ऑन द कॉल लाइक स्नेहा चिंता मत करो, मैंने हज़ारों नरेशंस किए हैं, तो यू नो डोंट वरी. सो लाइक ठीक है. पर मेरा मूड मतलब इतना खराब हो गया था सर. तो जूम पे हम लोग सेट हुए और मैंने पढ़ना शुरू किया. तो इनिशियली 3-4 फोटोज मैंने उन्हें दिखाए. सर वाज आल्सो लाइक यू नो ट्राइंग टू स्क्विंट एंड सी व्हाट इट इज. लाइक कुछ ज़्यादा समझ में नहीं आ रहा है बट ठीक है आई गेट अ हैंग ऑफ व्हाट इट इज. एंड 10 minutes into the narration he's like यू नो व्हाट, कहाँ रहती हो तुम? मैंने बोला सर मैं जूम में हूँ। मेरे घर आने में कितनी देर लगती है? मैंने बोला 25 मिनट लगती है सर। मैं नहा के खाना खा के रेडी रहता हूँ, तेल लगाने गई, टेस्ट, मेरे से दूर बैठ के नरेट करना, आ जाओ तुम घर पे। ही वाज लाइक पहला 10 पन्ने सुन के ही वाज लाइक इतनी मजेदार चीजें जूम पर नहीं सुनते इसको, तुम आ जाओ। So you know these there's a way these things happen, and Lapata has been a gift that has given me so much, and it's still.